Hey guys, it's me Anais, and today I'm going to be talking about Murder in Absentia by Asaf Mehr. I really enjoyed this book. This is probably in my top 3 books that I've read this year, and I have read a lot of books. It's a really interesting blend of the fantasy genre with historical fiction, and it takes place in a type of Roman society, like a fantasy Roman society, where all those gods that they believed in are real and magic is real. It also reminded me of Sherlock Holmes being sent back to Roman times, which I thought was fantastic. The main character's name is Felix, and he's Felix the Fox, and basically he goes around and he solves all these sordid things that people don't want to be brought to light. So what happens that starts his story going in this book is that a senator's son is found dead in not the best of circumstances, and his father wants to find out what happened, but he can't go to the normal channels because he doesn't want anybody to know what his son might have been up to. There were several times that I found myself actually putting the book down because the author had been describing something that I found really interesting that I hadn't thought about, day-to-day details of life back in Roman times. So one of those things was fish sauce. And I'm a vegetarian, so I've never really ate fish sauce or anything, but the way that he described it in the book made me put the book down and research production and what they did and how they did it, and I found it fascinating and it enriched the story. And he did a great job of all kinds of these interesting little details. The bathhouses that they went to, they had slaves that would take a metal instrument, I forget what it's called now, which is terrible, but they'd take that and they'd scrape all the grime and grossness off your body. I mean, of course, if you're rich enough to afford it, and Felix is not rich enough to afford it all the time. It's kind of a luxury item for him, which I had no idea. I didn't know that they scraped all the nasty crud off of their body with a metal implement. And I have studied a lot of stuff. Roman history is so interesting to me, but I think that I spent a lot of time thinking about, you know, Caesar and the political side of things and not much about the day-to-day. So that could be why, but it was fascinating. I loved it. And then I also loved how he brought in the fantasy elements, and he used different mythologies to bring his together in a really believable way. One of my favorite scenes was him getting information out of an actress, and he used a bit of magic to do that, and it just was so cleverly done. I really love that. I don't want to tell you exactly how because I want you to read the book and have that moment yourself where you're like, wow, that was really cleverly done. I really, or just, you know, enjoy it. You know, maybe you're not like me and have to analyze every single thing that happens, but maybe you'll just read it and go, wow, that was a really fun book. And really, you know, life can be rough, so sometimes you need something like this to give you a bit of escape and enjoyment, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I am going to finish my tea. It is actually really hot, so I haven't had much yet, but it smells amazing, and I hope that you have tea too, and I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.